GM! Woo-hoo! I've been gone for a whole week, bro. Are we gone? Well, I'm back, bro. Shout out to everyone that's here nice and early. Let's get it started real soon. I'm waiting for Demon, bro. But at the same time, bro, I don't like not being here. I feel like I've been away for a year or more. So much has happened. Let me know in the chat what you think was the biggest thing that I missed. The biggest thing that I missed over this last week. I literally have not checked DMs, servers, Discord servers, X, nothing. So I'm in the dark. So let me know what you want to talk about today. But we do have an agenda. And as you can see, Realms Alpha is coming today, ladies and gentlemen. The biggest community project out of Ronin, I can't lie, that's Realms. So if you're a Ronin and you're a Ronin Radio fan, you're a fucking fan of Realms. I don't give a fuck, okay? So today's gonna be a good show about this. We got Shedra in the building, the community lead at Realms. And I'm gassed for you guys to get to meet Shedra if you haven't already in this space and find out some more details. So shout out to everyone that's here. Repost the stream, get it all around. You know what it is. Tell me how bad Theban and Stark were without me, you know, or how good. And maybe I should just disappear forever. I don't know. It's your perspective, right? But we'll start in a moment. Welcome to the Ronin Radio. Let's fucking get it. Oh, and also, we can never be here all together. So now that I'm back, like, Stark's gone. So Bat Ronky's gone to find another sushi bar he can eat rice from. Yo, we're back in the building. Oh, I'm excited. I feel like a kid, man. I feel like a kid back in the candy store he was banned from for a week. Give me the sugar, bro. Alright, I think it's time. All hands on deck. We are ready for today's show. I hope you are ready for today's show too, because we got a lot in store. And I've been missing, bro. Look at me. I'm back. I am back, bro. I'm so back. But now listen, I can't not have Ronin Radio in my life, man. I hope you feel the same. But I spent a week away. I might update you if anyone gives a shit. But while I was away, family stuff. Sister got married. Fiance and stepdaughter was here from America. Showed them the shithole of England, and it was a great time. So I thought, you know what? I was like 1 foot in with certain things, and even Theban was like, okay, if you're gonna go, like, don't fully disappear. But I kind of fully disappeared. It was well needed. I feel recharged. I came back yesterday. And the whole of crypto got hacked, apparently. I don't even know what the fuck happened, right? So we could probably briefly talk about that, but I have very little understanding. But there's been a ton of stuff as well that's happened over the last week. You know, rice farming is back. We today or this morning or even last evening, I don't really know what time zone it was on, but optimism is confirmed. It's locked in. Man, I didn't know that we were gonna get an announcement on it as soon. I know the decision had to be made, right? So I kind of knew that this was coming, but optimism is going to be the tech stack that Ronin leverages for coming home to Ethereum. So we can talk about that a little bit today. But of course, the main agenda, the meat, the steak on the plate today is Realms. And we're going to talk about some of the alpha that we have for there. If you guys don't know about Realms, seriously, bro, I've said it early on in the intro, but this is a community project, like the truest community project that has come out of Ronin. You might know Berlin from Axie Infinity and his involvement in this ecosystem. Also, a lot of the builders on the team are from the Ronin ecosystem. Shout out to Sushi Nobi as well over there on the team. So it is like it's this for me is like the Ronin project. So we'll always show some support, and also they're so high caliber that we need to pay attention. We need to support our own here. But a next gen RPG, they're actually going to be powered. A lot of the RPGs going to be powered by AI as well. It's got great lore. It's got a great build up to it, and I cannot wait to play this game personally, having played some of the early tests. So we're gonna see what's cooking, bro. I'm gonna give you as much alpha as we can. But shout out to everyone that's here pulling up. Make sure you reshare or repost the stream and get started. But good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Ronin Radio, and I am back. Not we are, because my people's held it down. Shout out to Theben and Stark for doing so, and all the Ronkies that came through as well. I know we had a real Ronky show on Thursday, so it's been good vibes for you guys. But without further ado, here's my brother from another entering the building. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages, my friend. But here we are. We're locked in. You ready?
I think you were looking at a prettier mug the last week. You know.
What? You haven't changed, bro. Actually, what's the mug that you drink coffee from all the time? It doesn't change.
Oh, this is a clockwork.
Is it gonna? I'm gonna be an asshole and say I don't know what IP that is.
Yeah, because you're uncultured. That's why.
That's probably it.
It's Dota.
Oh, I'm seriously uncultured. That one hurt a lot of people here in the audience. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I've actually never played Dota. It's probably a piece of content we could do in the future sometime. I've never even played that game. I think it would probably hurt you to watch me play it, to be honest.
Probably, I think it would. But honestly, though, I'm more worried. Like you start playing it, maybe get hooked, then you like start playing it for real, and then you're at a point in your life where you can't touch Dota. Okay, you're just not allowed to. All right.
Yeah. The focus needs to be here.
But when I said mug, I meant like you had your fiance with you. You're just like
out
and about.
I was seeing much prettier sights. Yes, that's for sure.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. Now, okay. Joke landed just like Psych out a little bit late, but bro, Ronke is killing it, man. Rice farming's back. I know. I saw some announcements saying like, oh, it wasn't an amazing day. They did a buyback as well. There's been huge burns recently, but Ronke Rice Farming is back. The rice is a little bit more exclusive. The leaderboard is aimed towards people who are not cheating in some regards. The top prize, the Mystic Axie. You are not going to win that if you have cheated. I'm sorry, cheating folk, but that 0.69% or whatever you were cheating for last epoch was fucking stupid. You shouldn't have done it. So I'm excited. I haven't touched any of the rice that I have farmed. So it's going to be interesting to see when is the period. Do I ever G? Do I G? Should I G? It's going to be a tough time ahead. Who's going to G first? Who has a big bag? I think we're going to see Bat Ronki take a huge rice shit because that belly is full as fuck. And also the cookie thing's still going as well.
The thing is, like, are we being honest here about rice, or are we like just cooking? What are we doing?
Chat,
you trying to get hot with it or what?
Chat, let us know. You want a truth or you want some booth? I don't know, bro. I mean, I would want you to be honest. Of course, this is what we do right here. But in terms of like price patterns, we had a huge run up towards the end of the first epoch, and now, we're kind of looking at a potential little break of it. I would actually thought people were going to sell more upon the start of this next epoch.
well, in all fairness, we did have like a drop that's 70% from the
Yeah.
wick to all-time high, right? Like, okay, let's just not even include the wick, right? I'm on the 4-hour chart. That's like still a 73% drop.
Yeah.
You know, like that's crazy work,
You
right?
got a brand
Like
new
the thing.
website though.
So I don't know. For me, I tweeted this before. I talked about this before. I said that like I just like the NFT, right? I
Mhm.
have no real interest in the token in any way. To be
Yeah.
fair, right? I like the memes. I like the community. I like the NFTs because it's something that you can at least look at. You can actually use for something. The tokens, the whole rice thing is just not like for me. It's just a game, right?
Mhm.
So you just look at it as a game. If you're trying to make money, just trade it, right? Like
Yeah.
learn some TA, learn like what these patterns are telling you, where it's what it's gonna do next. Of course, like in a way, it kind of respects a lot of stuff. Like
Mhm.
I could see you can see like where it bounced off of was like previous resistance. It's taken
Yeah.
as support and like it's really nice, honestly. But it could be your gateway to learning how to trade, right?
Yeah.
But I think like if you're using it as some form of an investment, then I think that's probably a little questionable, right?
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Yes, 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 yes. Well, there's your bit of advice for today. Also, optimism, bro. That was confirmed. We spoke to
Yep.
both Arbitrum and Optimism, the
Yep.
two that had the most TVL as well, and probably the most buzz and building foundations behind it.
Yeah.
It was a close decision between the two.
Yeah.
A little disappointed about the Arbitrum one. I feel like there was a lot of investment potential for the gaming side of things in
Yeah.
Arbitrum, which is hugely important.
Yeah.
Um, but Optimism, it really did seem like after we had that conversation, and you look at the previous success, like with Base, and everything that's happened with
Yeah.
them.
I think it might have a lot to do with the fact that um yeah, Coinbase is there, right?
Yeah,
Like I
yeah,
think I think the legitimacy that Coinbase gives and also the like institutional
mhm.
money, right? That's maybe around there because we've heard Geos talk about that quite a bit. Now,
Yeah,
at the end of the day, it's the validators who had to vote and decide, I guess, right, on like which path they want to take, and they've decided to go towards optimism. Do I agree on it? If I'm gonna be completely honest, I would have loved to have seen love for Arbitrum,
mhm.
right? Maybe because like I'm more familiar with Arbitrum and I've seen like what's being built there. I feel like the ethos of Arbitrum just made more sense for me, right? As someone who's like here every day,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Who gets to see all the CT side of stuff. And like, I just, that was my take, right? Now, optimism might be more of like what the institutional
yeah,
money might be or something like that. Like, I'm sure there's some politics to it, right? But it's regardless, whatever it is, like we live with it and we support it, and we know like the guys up there made the decision that's best for the entire ecosystem,
yeah,
right?
yeah. I
Because
think when
it's
you
their
look at it,
bags too.
yeah, when you look at it, like two major key benefits from Optimism were the amount of kind of leverage and support and channels for developers. And I think that's something that Ronin really, really needs to open the door with, like the incentivization of developers and the support for the developers that we are seeing and have emerged from the Ronin community as well, but also to flood into the Ronin community. Like that's really huge. I think you're as strong as your developers in this field. So that was major. I know that it's not absent with Arbitrum, but it seemed like it was much more developer focused with Optimism. And then also, yeah, if you look at the success of something like Coinbase and a lot of money that essentially is institutional or is consumer layer and like mass, if you were to consider what mass is in this industry, arguably already exists within base ecosystem, and it's probably a lot easier to synergize or move over to an in environment like Ronin if it already exists there and it's very easy rails between the two. So a lot of access to liquidity that exists already, a lot of avenues for more of that institutional funds to be going in that direction anyway and being in that ecosystem. And then obviously the developer enhancements are really, I guess, they look shiny. They look great. Well, we need more devs in this space anyway, and we need
Yeah,
more
it would have been
devs to be
awesome
winners.
to see like the vote or whatever being more public and like being able to be more transparent about the points on both sides that were made, like why the decision came to be, right? Because that's interesting, and I kind of sucks that we don't really get to see that, right?
Yeah. Do you think we evolve to an ecosystem with that eventually being standard?
Well,
Like,
with governance and all that stuff, and like the trajectory of where things are headed to, then of course we're gonna have to eventually.
we need a Ronin parliament. No, I'm joking. Anyway, maybe. Cool. Some cool stuff. Anything from last week that I absolutely missed, or we'll hang tight on recap stuff because
yeah.
I definitely need a recap. But
There's
what
a
we need
big
today...
thing. You missed a big thing.
Oh fuck! Really?
Last week. Yeah. So we all found out that I'm just a better DJ than you.
That's fucking bullshit, bro. I'm not even listening to that.
Yeah.
Let's get into today's show's main topic. No.
It was like damn, bro. It was fire in here. Like before we started. So the first day I hosted it, I had no tunes on. I wasn't ready, because it was actually my daughter's first day of school, right?
Okay,
so I couldn't do what I had to do. And then the second time I had to run the ship, yeah, man, we got the tunes on.
Yo, chat, you can let me know if he cooked or not, all right? Or if he was playing Mary Had a Little Lamb or some shit. But look, we've got absolute steak on the plate today. STEAK on the plate today. And it is the Realms Alpha. I'm saying Alpha too much, but really we're just going to address kind of what Realms is and also introduce you guys to the community lead at Realms, which is Shedra. And for those that don't know, Shedra is a fucking soldier. She's in the weeds, right? And she's been in the Moses community too. She's a big fan of Realms, and a lot of contribution has led her to be in the position that she's in. A very passionate member of the community, and I think it's rightfully positioned. And today is actually, I'm honored to be able to host her first doxing in crypto. So you guys are going to get to meet Shedra today. We're going to bring her onto the stage in a second, and of course talk about Realms really and truly. So they're going to talk about the live alpha that is in development right now. Some other things going on. Of course, it is an RPG game at heart, but there's other things that involve. We're going to talk about the game modes that are there. Also, the key to Realms and their NFT collections with the Kojin themselves. If you don't have a Kojin, I'm telling you, bro, like that train might leave the station pretty soon when all things are revealed. Not going to lie. And then, of course, just a little bit more about the roadmap towards the end of the year. So, of course, in there will be some alpha. And whew, you better put your seatbelts on for this one. Either way, let's bring Shedra onto the stage and get the Realms section of this show started. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, the community member, Shedra. Good morning.
Hello.
What's up, Shedra?
Good to see you guys. I'm very excited for today. What's happening?
This is your first time on the show? Let's get it together. I'm gassed for you to be here. We've had loads of conversations in Discord servers before, whether that be through text or speech or whatever. People say they love your accent as well, Shedra. So let's jump into that a little bit and just get to know you a bit more before we jump into Realms today.
So I'm a community member for the past, I've been in the trench with everyone for years, from Axie days until these days. I'm in the Moses community. I'm Axie on Bronke, you name it. Every single one, every pie has got my finger, and I cheated a lot of them as well. I'm guilty. I'm a cheat. No hiding it.
The G admittance is fucking crazy in the intro. I love it, Shedra. But no. So how did you get? You're such a big fan of Realms. I think this will be cool to know. Like, when did that start, and like what actually drives you so much towards Realms? And obviously now as the community lead, what is it about Realms that you love?
So, as you mentioned before, Realms is the true, real community project. So, Berlin started it. For those who doesn't know Berlin, he used to be Axie player. He used to stream as well, play the high
Yeah.
level
He was the
Axie.
second best poison player to me. All right.
You didn't take any inspiration, no?
No. I used to have to tell him before
No,
his
so
streams what squad to play. No.
yeah, and
Anyway,
he
sorry.
started developing it a while back, and I've been watching from the darkness, from the shadows, and it became to what it is today. So after a couple years of development, there is a game. There is a game. It's ready. It's ready for people to play. It's ready to be integrated. It's live on Epic Games, so we can download and play. Obviously on the alpha dev mode, but yeah, everything started them, and I think I resonate with Realms and the vision, which is to have an amazing game and experience in Web3. We all got rugged so many times and milked so many times, and
Yeah.
there's to this day there's still no game. For how many months we've been like bored. There's nothing to play. There's nothing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just gravitated to Realms as something that I was watching before, waiting until it was launched, and it's ready. It's
Yeah.
ready. We're ready to show, to spill the beans.
Absolutely. Now they've actually stayed true, to what they set out to build. And I've been close to it. Me and Demon have been close to it as well. We did, the dev reports throughout the first year, pretty much, of Realms. So we watched the game grow in front of our eyes, the art for the game grow into, real 3D characters, and then the game world itself expand. So we've been very close to the development too. And I know I can speak for myself here, but I am a huge fan of Realms. I know Theban is too. But
Yeah, if people don't know, I've been actually consulting with Realms from like day one. Ever since Berlin has told me about Realms and everything. Like, I just in the beginning it was just for fun, right? Like I just show up and chat. He likes to build in the open. He's always streaming in the Discord, so you guys can actually go there, talk to him, watch what he's building and everything. And it's been incredible. Yeah, just like he really considers input and thinks about things at a very high level, right? Because he's a gamer himself, and when I say gamer, I mean like he genuinely truly understands what people want to play and how to play it. So I mean, he's just a extremely intelligent dude. Yeah, and one thing that's really interesting is I was actually talking to Berlin about you, Shedra. I actually told him before you became a community manager, I was like, hey, I think she's really good. I think it could be one of the things I consulted on. I told him like, hey, I think she could be good for a certain position. I just don't know what it is, and then Berlin figured out the rest. It seems like.
no, yeah, nah, he's got a gem, because you've been incredibly passionate about every project that we really talk about, and now to be in the mix with Realms and have that like resonate, like your passion resonate with the product that you actually are really looking forward to, with a lot of like good reasoning for being a fan and supportive of it, is the best position for you to now kind of grow within. So let's talk about Realms, the upcoming, right? We've got Alpha to talk about today, but for sure we know we are pretty close. Like you said, the game is pretty much ready and playable. There is something happening this month for Realms, and I guess I won't take the lead on the announcements and kind of pass the puck to you, Shedra, and just drop us what is happening. Where are we at right now with Realms, and then what does the rest of this month look like?
So before we go to the launches, I want everyone to understand that Realms is a ever-growing experience. So this month we're gonna start with the launches. We have three game modes, on the pipeline to be launched between now and the end of October. But the goal and the vision is that we're gonna keep growing, we're gonna keep evolving, we're gonna keep adding game modes. We are not contained into one box or one style of gaming. Like whatever people wants to play is what we're gonna present, and building live, like Tiban say, we are live every day on Discord and building new experiences. So we already have our language models for the AI agents. So it's not something that will come or will happen. It is there, it's live. We already have our integration in the game. So all these agents, they gonna have their own personality, and they have their own lore as well in within the game and the story. And as we grow, as we add new game modes, so will these NPCs and these important characters in the game grow with the ecosystem. So it's a never growing experience from all ends, from the game experience itself, from the AI experience, and for the game modes. And at the end of the month, we're going to be launching the PvE mode. So it's a dungeon crawler mode inspired into like says like names like Diablo. You're going to enter the dungeon, find monsters or bosses or I don't know, and get to an end with a reward. This is the first one for the end of the month. We also gonna have the extraction live once we are fully functioning with the PvE. It's a better experience for everyone that we have a PvE mode at dungeon, something that we don't rely in everyone to be online at the same time. We want a good experience for everyone. And last but not least, we want to release a PvP 1v1 arena. So once we have extraction and PvE ready, the arena also is going to be launched. All and until the end of October is the goal.
Okay, nice. Yo, you guys are packing a punch with the release, pretty much. Like, the more and more it comes to being, a live product, the more we realize that, yeah, this is a game built by gamers, man. Like, it's not like you're gonna ship one game mode. The understanding of knowing that one of the hardest hills to get over for a lot of games that have great mechanics to be a PvP and this like I guess versus style, when you need players online at the same time, acknowledging that going to PvE and having that available too, is actually really cool, to be honest, because you could launch and just have the PvP available, and then you just face the barrage of like, oh, it takes 3 minutes to connect to a game or something. And like we've seen that in the past, right? Like, and this is no dirt on any names in the past, but something like TMA, which I've personally thought was a really, really good game, but lobby waiting times is like, it killed me. It killed me completely. I was just like, I'm not going to sit here and wait. And if I'm queuing on my own, it sucked, etc. There's a lot of different things that kind of go into that, but they're real deterrents. So acknowledging that and being ahead of that game is, I'm not going to give the credit to Theban here, but it might actually be in his lap as well as the rest of the team on the advisory side of things. But I'm so underexposed. I need more Kojins. What's the floor price of Kojin right now? I'm actually like, I'm creating FOMO. We're getting FOMO in this episode right now because I'm fucking FOMO right now.
We could even go hardcore mode, but I think we're gonna first give the taste to players, because we could put everyone to just play against the agents. And I don't think people would be happy and pleased to be like smashed by the agents to stay away. So we're gonna give people time.
How good are so? Of course, this game has AI plugged into it, right? And how I'm imagining it from like bits of information that we've had from someone that may not be like totally plugged into all announcements in the community, etc. Like, my understanding was that AI agents are going to exist within Hiroba. They're going to be like NPCs that you interact with in and around the town. Like, does it go beyond that? Is like the AI involved in some of the PvE as well, in terms of, I don't know, you might have a dungeon where a character that exists outside of Realms is also in there, and the dialogue is unique to
Absolutely.
LLM. Yeah.
The AI is not going to be limited only to Hiroba. They will be implemented to most of the game modes, and we're going to be able, if you want on, in the near future, to send your agent to perform tasks. That's the goal, that's the vision. It's like we gonna have these characters performing tasks. We might send them to a dungeon, but they might decide that they want to craft potions instead. You don't know.
Oh no, bro! I'm FOMOing. I really want one of the tattoo broskies. Forgive me, I don't know the trait name.
I mean that's literally on the floor. That's quite literally on the floor. It's a
I know.
Yakuza. It's called Yakuza.
No, 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 no,
Yeah,
no. It's
No?
Dracuza.
Drakuza.
Dracula.
Okay.
Look at them. Okay, they're
Yeah.
lining up at the 1K. Bruh, this is fucking
Well,
goated.
the one with the tattoos at 500. That's the only one you're gonna get.
I'm sorry, yo. It was my birthday last week. Wait, can I do unchained transactions? Mystery hack, please. Someone don't sweep this before me. Can I do transactions? Will I die?
We'll find out. We'll find out once you buy it.
No.
I mean, I've done transactions earlier, so.
No, wait. I gotta log in. Give me a second. I'm actually buying this for myself for my birthday, so you'll see.
It looks pretty cool though. No, and plus
Live
this one is this one's exactly what you wanted, right? Before.
This is actually what I wanted. Yeah.
Yeah,
Can I
yeah,
buy it with Ronki?
I'm
I'm buying it with Ronki. I'm actually buying it with Ronki. For the culture, I'm buying this with Ronki right now. Ladies and gentlemen, confirm transaction. If I get drained after this, then it wasn't worth it. But
He's cheating Ronki in 4K
If he
right
dies, he
now.
dies.
He's cheating Ronki in 4K right now.
this isn't cheating it because what? Where does this go? Code like Realms will have to be responsible for cheating this, right? I don't know. Wait, I can't fetch it.
We're gonna have to phone
Japanese.
Berlin if we're gonna be responsible for the G.
yeah. He's gonna have to confirm that. That's not for me to confirm. I can't confirm the transaction. I've been drained. I don't know. Anyway, we'll get back to it. I will show you the confirmed transaction towards the end. But I am so underexposed. I only have a single Kojin, and like I've just watched the floor kind of get higher and higher over the last month. And
I didn't even give all the alpha.
I don't care, Shedra. It's enough. But if there's more alpha, then let's get into it. Let's get into that.
I want to hear all the alpha. What are you talking about? Well, maybe you don't need any more. I want to hear all of it. Come on. This is all edge at the end of the day.
There is the AI agency behind the Kojins, right? In the near future as well, we're gonna be able to transfer the AI agency from one Kojin to another. There's gonna be tools for that. This is the plan. You're gonna be able to have your NFT with the agency or detach the agency because we're all gonna be able to train them. But going back to the gameplay, like remember that I mentioned that we're gonna have a 1v1 arena coming very, very soon. So each part of the Kojin body has its own ability. So each part's gonna have one skill attached to it, and the skills gonna determine your probably win rate in the arena. So you're gonna want to have the right parts to make the right combos, I guess. For playing the game, people not gonna need to buy a Kojin. We have a free to play version. Obviously, the free to play version is not gonna be tied to the reward pools, but people can connect right now, download Epic Games, and they're gonna have like a free Kojin there, with the standard abilities. But all the other abilities will be tied to each part until the end of our beta test, until we have launched the arena mode. All the abilities gonna be unlocked for everyone. So every time that you connect to the game, you're gonna have a rotation with 6 different abilities. They will correspond to different parts, but until we have finished, everyone's gonna be able to test these abilities until we pull the plug, and then the parts that you got are the abilities that you're gonna have.
Okay, so I got a question for you. Okay, this comes down to like the 1v1 mode. Actually, it's kind of because it piqued my interest a little bit. Say I'm Gila, right? I'm completely unskilled. Okay.
Okay.
I got.
I'll run the show.
Oh, you're
two
me.
left. I got like 2 left hands, right? And I'm just trying to like play 1v1, and I can't win a single game, right? What do I do if I'm in a 1v1 game? Because like for example, a game like Cambria, right? I know Cambria has 1v1 like some duel arena, but like for dueling, but they also have like there's rock paper scissors version where you don't have to like do anything, right? It's kind of like 50-50 who wins. So we know like more people play the rock paper scissors than they do play the 1v1 actual like engagement battling thing. What are your thoughts on that? Like, what would I do if I'm Gila?
I think in this case, if you're Gila, you want to train your
Cedra,
agent to
don't
play for
acknowledge
you.
that I'm Gila. Just say he's a bad player. Okay, sorry.
Hang on. Let her cook, all right?
And if in this case, I say if you're like me, I also don't have fingers. You're gonna want to train your AI agent to play the game modes that you are not as good. That's where your agency will come through. So you're still gonna be able to enjoy the game,
Nice.
and you can send your agent to do that for you, do the
Oh,
job
that's
for you.
perfect. So the game's gonna have a way to where like you can actually train your agent to actually play whichever game mode you want, even the 1v1 game mode, the PvP game
Yeah.
modes, the extraction. That's great. Cause Gila,
Imagine.
you're a lot better at yapping than you are clicking buttons.
I was gonna say if I can chat with my agent, like I'm gonna give him I'm gonna be like Coach Carter. Right, you're gonna see you're gonna see a coach who knows what to do, right? But no, that's actually a really cool aspect of like having a like that just enhances the value in the coaching, right? The NFT itself, right? That's why confirmed it's done.
Yeah.
It is done.
By the way, guys, I just want to say to chat real quick. We're describing all this stuff, right? And when we are thinking about crypto games, we're thinking about these like pixelated 2D running around bow, okay? But
No, this is not
I'm
that.
just letting you know, okay? You go on the Ronin Realms Twitter page, right? And you go watch your videos. This is not some 2D pixelated game, okay? This is like
No. Go to Epic Games.
Epic
Download the
Games.
game.
Yeah, or download and play it yourself, right? If you got the time for it, go ahead and do that, and you will see that this is not some pixelated game. That's all I'm gonna say.
Absolutely. Now we've seen it. We've seen it before with some of the dev streams, but yeah. I mean, if it's available right now, go to Epic. It is available right now, right? Go to Epic Games, download it, get your taste of it right now. If you don't have a Kojin, you'll realize that that might be a mistake, low key, in this Ronin ecosystem.
Yeah.
This is arguably one of the most bullish experiences right now, because as Demon said, bro, you're absolutely right. A lot of the expectation that we have, in this industry, not to say that it's low. I just heard it. I heard it. Demon, I heard it. Demon's daughter's always saying Gila's stinky, bro.
Wait, can you hear that?
Yes, bro. Yes.
What did you say?
Okay, thank
Gila
you
is
so much.
stinky. Okay, that's it. Sorry, I'm sorry to sorry to disrupt your flow there. Go on.
Oh god. All right. Either way, we play a lot of games, and they are like, to show it to your mate that you've played video games with, you used to play Call of Duty back in the day, etc. And then you show them some 2D browser thing, they're probably gonna be like, bro, are you for real? Like, being serious, I'm 29 motherfucking years old, and if I show my friends a pixel thing, they're gonna be like, bro, like,
are you okay?
Yeah, like, shut up, bro. This is not that. So go and check it out if you haven't already. Realms is absolutely in the building. It's been a long time coming, to be honest. You guys have been in development for a while now, and we are going to really see the justification of that, I think, over this next month and a half. So really looking forward to it. The way that the NFT unlocks this aspect as well with the AI, the agency, they're like, it's stocks are going to start rising. And I think this is actually the viral thing for Realms, because a lot of the things that are happening right now, if we take example from Treasure kind of coming in and having the agents, and the NFTs can be agents and stuff like that, but there isn't an experience that they're plugged into fully as in depth as Kojins. So really and truly, if you boil shit down to the bones, man, like, the NFT of the Kojin is so valuable for that AI aspect, and where gaming is going to go. I think this is a natural path that all games are going to lead down, and arguably, Realms could really be a pioneer of that. And then you add in the crypto aspects of things and being on chain. We've already seen in dev updates that you can literally make transactions in the game from your wallet. Like, these things are going to, I think Realms is honestly an experience that could virally capture people's attention to start really understanding what crypto games could be for them. So, tremendous effort up until this point, and I'm really looking forward to see what the next few months actually look like. I'm gonna be in there streaming. Let's fucking get it. I'm gonna be training my AI, because I might have 2 left hands and 5 thumbs. So, we'll
Actually,
see.
have like a lot of very cool things coming up. Not only the game modes coming up, but streams inside the game and events happening inside the game. Um, we have the lore uh, reveal as well. Like I say, like we are building a whole immersive experience where each coding is the key to access this world and participate in it. Being that you're playing yourself or your agent.
This is what I'm
So
saying, bro. This is happening in the Discord right now. Like you guys are developing live in front of people. Like look at this. This is in the game. The Kojin is standing there in game. Berlin is on screen again. Like you motherfuckers are just creative, and I feel like the fact that you are gamers and also came into this crypto industry arguably through Axie in the same light as a lot of us, this game is probably going to resonate so profoundly with many people in crypto gaming or who have that same vision for crypto gaming. And that's where I'm at with it, bro. We stood by it from the beginning. At this point, I'm standing by it even a little bit taller. I'm puffing out my chest a little bit more. But Realms, ladies and gentlemen, if you think you're going to be bored over the next few months, I think they have a remedy for those thoughts. But 3 game modes: PvP, extraction, PvE dungeons as well, and the introduction of the LLMs and the AI ability within the game are 2 huge in itself, just announcements to go ahead. But detail wise though, because this is where I'm on the outskirts a little bit here. Like, of course, Kojin, there's a lot of detail behind them specifically, right? What they are in the game, their capabilities in the game, abilities and stuff like that. Like, if you were to give like a quick guide to someone who may just be about to FOMO in, right, and get involved with Realms, like what would you kind of recommend them to look for, and also like how to plug in best? Of course, joining the Discord and things like that.
So I was gonna keep it for the end, but since you mentioned, like each Kojin have got a power based on its rarity. So I think if you go to the latest Berlin post, he broke down the power average cost.
Uh-huh.
So you're gonna, if you are coming in and you want to maximize the potential of the coding that you're getting, you're gonna want to see this power output related to the rarity and obviously the cost. So the power of the coding will be directly tied to the earning potential inside the game. Like this is crypto. We're not only talking about AI. So we are gonna have a token. To come at the end of the year and the rewards going to be tied to the power of the coachings based on the rarity. There's a formula behind it, so based on the rarity and the supply. So you're gonna want to look on those aspects on basically how rare is your coaching, how rare is your coaching, more power it's gonna have, and more earning potential on the reward pools that we're gonna have. It's gonna have.
Okay. Oh, so there's more to look into, and arguably the floor is not priced like correctly to this. You know, a lot of people may not have even acknowledged this and are just cheating an NFT where they think the floor price is enough for them at this point. But so there's probably some gems out there right now, and if you are considering like owning a Kojin today, like these are definitely important pieces of information to have.
Things to be tuning in is like if you tune in the community, you're gonna know what abilities are tied to which parts. You're gonna want to log in the game and test the abilities if you are looking to play competitively. You're gonna want to look into the power that your Kojin is gonna have if you are that savvy. And we also have waifus coming up. So we're gonna have breeding, and for breeding we need waifus. And each coaching gonna be airdropped one waifu 1-to-1 with matching parts for then the breeding to commence. So because we only have 999 genesis, so the genesis are the creme de la creme of the coachings, and we're gonna have like the offsprings, so we can make the game more readily available to everyone who wants to participate in the reward pool. Anyone can play with the free coaching, but only those with NFTs who have access to the reward pools.
Cool.
I got a question regarding that. So, what made you guys decide to do matching parts or like for the airdrop instead of let's say like a completely randomized one where maybe people want to go out and find the matching partners and play like a little game in there within it instead of
You could
making
have
it like,
punched
oh,
your
here you
trade.
go, right?
There we want
mean,
to. People can trade their waifus. People can trade their parts. There are certain parts that are going to be randomized, but like things like horns and stuff like that are going to be one to one. And we had this discussion in the community, and I say it's a community driven project. Everyone just thought that was the best path, and that's how it went. Most of the decisions are taken with the community as we go. We gonna have a white paper coming up once we have the game live as well. Is another thing that we want to put out there. Like I say, like it's crypto. This is very important part to have this document for people who's coming in, and it's not linked tied into watching here or in Discord. So someone just wants to go and read the white paper and see what's happening.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Is there like a wait? Does Realms have like a homepage as of right now, so you can check out all this information in one space, or is it? Would you recommend like that's basically where you go for in the Discord?
Yes, for now, Discord. We are working on the landing page on the website. We have right now the burning events going on our website. The tickets burn event is happening, so we have a few more days going on. Actually, was paused last night after the weird hack, so we
Oh
paused all
yeah,
the operations just in case. But once it really is um, resumed, then we're gonna be able to burn the tickets. For those that are not aware, these tickets they are going on a raffle, so you can earn from a small chest, uncommon chest of realms allocation to claim on the TG to deeds, blueprints, and coding NFTs on the Gamba. So if you have tickets that are dormant in your wallet, some people might have, just go there and Gamba, spin the wheel and see if you can get something good.
oh yeah, we love a bit of gamba over here. So yo, DJs, if you got them, go see what you got, man. Go to Vegas real quick. I think this is a great post to, unless Shedder there is more info or alpha we wanna drop in this moment. Actually, that I'll pause and say is there more alpha? Some more alpha? Anything? Any more alpha? End of year stuff? I got a post by Berlin, which is public, so I'm presuming it's not. It's obviously not alpha, right? So, but this is what I'm looking at, right? I wanna address this mainly here. By the end of year, we're seeing Kojin breeding will start in Q4 this year. By then, we will have the AI city, right? Which we spoke about, the AI NPCs and deeds as well. Like the economy of Hiroba is something that really interests me with this experience too. The extraction game, you said arena game PvP, the AI missions, which is an idle game. I don't think we spoke about this unless this is PvE. Well, no, it says here PvP, PvE. So I don't know what this is. We got more on this? The AI missions?
As well, I mentioned you can just send your AI to partake in game modes, play for you.
Okay. So that was that's what I got to be paying attention to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All on chain, all providing burning mechanisms to partake economically. You will need to own a code. And by the way, yeah, like this image, I am a big fan of. I'm a massive fan of this image.
We have the 3D models, okay? We have the 3D models. You're gonna be able to play as a
Please,
female coaching.
who's in charge of the physics?
I'm telling you, the physics are being carefully taken in consideration to be bouncy enough.
What?
Yeah, awesome. Hey, yeah, that's where we're at. That is perfect. That's perfect. Man, I'm excited for this. 20th of September, things will kick off. But go and try it out right now. Go Epic Games. There was a link. Someone actually put it in the chat. So you can go and actually download and check it out for yourself right now. I think we've we've come to a point when we're talking about the in-game physics. I'm gonna stop myself before we get too far ahead. But Shedra, man, like I'm gassed for you in the position that you're in, and specifically with Realms themselves. I think the project's going to do tremendously well, and the next 2 months are going to be really big for you guys. So I'm here, I'm in your corner. Let's see what happens, man. And I think this could really lead the charge for Ronin as well, and be intriguing for people to come into Ronin because of this experience as well. So looking forward to it. Anything else you want to drop at this moment in time?
Yes, thank you for having us. Join us every Wednesday on Unreal Wednesday, where we building live. You can connect the game, can play with us, try things, test, give your input. Like, this is a community-driven game made by gamers for gamers, so every single input is welcome. And we have a riddle that's been going around
We do.
that we want to share, and it's something big that's coming up. So we have a riddle. As I say, we have great things coming up, lots of events. So you have to stay tuned, turn on the notifications on the Ronin Radio and on the Realms Twitter, because we're gonna be making some noise.
Yes, absolutely. The riddle, ladies and gentlemen, this is for you guys in the chat. I hope somebody figures it out who is here live, and maybe people that are watching this back have the opportunity to still figure it out. Maybe it hasn't been figured out yet, but just before we do play it, Shedra, if they figure this riddle out, what do they need to do?
Logging on the 21st.
Okay, that's it. That's it. They ain't gotta like. There's
Yep.
no. Okay. All right.
Yep. Stay
Well,
tuned.
ladies and
Logging on
gentlemen,
the 21st.
Berlin said our riddle is impossible to solve. So
You gonna read it?
He's challenging. I'm not reading it. You know why? Because we're next level. Ladies and gentlemen, here is your riddle.
When fire is gone and ash remains, the serpent stirs within his chains. Count 7 nights. The silence keeps. Then shadow coils and swiftly sweeps.
I'm gonna play it one more time for you, because you ronkies as well. You might need a 2-time on this. But here we go again with the Realms riddle today.
When fire is gone and ash remains, the serpent stirs within his chains. Count 7 nights. The silence keeps. Then shadow coils and swiftly sweeps.
Chat. Any suggestions? I don't know. Don't spoil the answer for someone, but all I'm fixating on right now is wait 7 nights. And that's the 16th. I don't know if that means anything right now, but like, figure it out. If you need to, you can come back and listen to this. Of course, the VOD will always be on X and on our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe and follow him with notifications on, because like Shedra said, there's going to be a lot of things happening throughout the next week and longer. So, it's been a pleasure. Thank you guys for coming through. There's always a space here for Realms, that's for sure. And for you, Shedra, also. Thank you for having the docs as well. And yeah, man, I hope we were able to cover all those things. I hope I gave you some Realms FOMO, by the way, because I'm in this.
I don't know when was the last time I saw you open up the browser and literally buy. And by the way, guys, it's not like he was told to do that. I'm just letting you be clear.
That was not.
He literally did that.
I just thought about it. I was like, wait. I only have 1 Kojin, and this is probably one of the most bullish projects. Like, I have more NFTs from a project that's an absolute piece of dog shit, and I'm not going to name names, right? And I just couldn't, it didn't sit right with me, right? It just didn't sit, don't think about what it could be, Diva, but it doesn't sit right.
I don't need to think. Yeah. I just put your hand in the bag and pick out a name, bro.
Pick out one.
They're all the
same. Nice. And Berlin says the riddle was actually Sushi's real voice as well. So we got a Sushi voice docs too. No, amazing show. Really looking forward to Realms. And thank you, man. Thank you, Shedra, for coming on today. Let's get it. Oh man, yo, Demon, I saw you lose a little bit of composure during the physics.
Well, you know,
you don't like titties,
no, that's not. Listen. I'm just happy to know that the team has the right priorities.
Yeah.
right? Making sure that it's all bouncy.
For fuck's sake. For fuck's sake. One more time for those in the back.
When
Here's the riddle,
fire
bro.
is gone and ash remains, the serpent stirs within his chains. Count 7 nights. The silence keeps. Then shadow coils and swiftly sweeps.
Okay, so the shadow cause. I think the answer is titties, bro. I think the answer is titties. Anyway, what did I miss last week, bro? What did I miss?
Okay, before we go on to last week, right? I just want to say about realms, yeah. I think like for me as a project, I just can't bet against Berlin, bro.
Yeah,
I'm just letting you know right now, like having talked to him over the last years and like work with him, like that's a one determined man, and you have no idea like how much they've accomplished with the small team that they have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like they've raised crazy money or anything like that and like are paying a bunch of, different studios and teams or whatever. No, they're doing all this themselves, and it's like kind of nuts. I think it's just extremely impressive. I want to see, like, obviously them deliver all this stuff, and they've actually been quite good with time, right? With what they've been able to build in what short time frame. So I'm kind of excited to see like their actual releases, and knowing them, if they say like, oh, we're gonna release it by now, I feel like they're gonna get it done, man, and we're gonna see it. So I'm excited for it. I think like even if you don't know what Realms is, go and check it out, because I've been posting about Realms for years.
Yeah.
Even before it was anything, and now even more so after everything that they've created, right? I think like it's an extremely underrated project, doesn't have a lot of eyes on it, but that will be fixed with time, as long as we as a community do what we need to do as well, right?
Yeah,
Which
just
is
show
give it a
support.
fair shot, man.
Yeah.
Just give it a fair shot. I'm telling you, all I can say is just give it a fair shot. This isn't one of those like mega VC funded games where like, okay, we gotta launch a token, we gotta extract from everybody, we gotta get our money, and then you guys do whatever the fuck you want. Like, no, it's not one of those games. Like, this is one of those games where you got someone who actually understands people, games, mechanics, all that stuff, and who's always willing to listen.
This might be
Building
the
something.
people's game, bro. This might be the people's game for real.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I don't know how you cannot bet on a man who makes Arnold Schwarzenegger look small. Like, bro, like, yo,
that's crazy.
He's
That's
gonna
crazy.
deliver, bro. Like, he's gonna deliver, bro.
That's crazy. All right, enough with the Berlin glazing. All right. We Keela and I both got we both got a man crush on Berlin, right? He's
okay.
Oh, fuck. All right, well, I guess that's just me then. All right, whatever. Okay, all right. Anyway, moving on. What are we talking about? Last week, right?
Trevor's saying I missed something huge. You said I missed something massive. I feel like a rug is on its way. I don't know. My senses are tingling. But yeah, apparently I missed something. Guys, what did I miss?
What did you miss? Well, I told you, I'm the better DJ. What more? That's literally the peak of last week that we found out was I'm the better DJ.
Trevor, please type in the chat. What did I miss? Please. It's not even being the better DJ. It's just it's not. That's not it.
Let me also find you something. Someone commented in chat, which I thought was really important. Here you go.
You're a fucking no. Because that guy's retarded. All right, you Rocky fuck. You fuck. Oh my god. All right. No. You don't see anything on the stream, right? You don't see anything on the stream. Rare, you won't get murdered for that information either. It is what it is. Okay. One thing I do want to say here publicly, so you guys that come into join the shows and are part of the community, because the optimism thing has happened, and I do think it's gonna be important that like up until that total integration is real. Like we get to know a little bit more about things that are happening in Optimism, like plugging into that ecosystem too. There's going to be airdrop opportunities for us as community members coming into Optimism and stuff like that. Like, what is it that you want to know more about Optimism? Because we potentially have, you know, the connections to go and talk with people at OP, and you know, pull through some of their builders to be able to come and talk to you guys through the show as well. So we would, you know, I personally and us as Ronin Radio, I think that's something we would really like to do. So kind of, yeah, just let us know your thoughts about it, maybe what more you'd like to uncover, and you can share it with us obviously in our chats during the show or on the timeline, in our DMs, in our Discord server, through the Moses server. Like, just keep that at the front of your minds that, like, you know, it's going to be important to uncover more. And if you do have things that you are eager to know more about, or questions you're eager to ask, you know, we want to host that platform for them to be answered, for your questions to be answered, essentially. So, but W's in the chat anyway. They actually requested to come on, and shortly after, Optimism is now the chosen stack, the tech stack for Ronin to return home to Ethereum. But you want to talk about the mysterious hack a little bit? Because I still have no fucking clue what this thing is, bro. Like, I don't know if you know shit either, but
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just saw it on my timeline, and I'm like, I don't make transactions anyway. I just, just keep going about my life,
fair enough.
right? Of course, maybe, you know, someone got drained or whatever. The thing is, okay, that's actually a great point, though. I think we're at that part of the cycle where, like, scammers are going full force, as in, like, they know that this is their time, this is the peak, and like people are getting greedy, and there's more like victims that are likely to be on chain. So they're like maximizing all the strategies that they built over the last years, and, like, you know, thinking about whatever exploits they can. They're like executing it already right now.
Yeah.
Right, because they know, like, they got as many eyes as they can right now, and people are gonna, like, let their guard down because, you know, everything is going crazy and there's more greed in the market. So yeah, just be careful, guys, right now. Just be careful with everything, right? Like, there's no amount of money that you can make that's gonna be worth, like, rushing things, or, like, it's just not worth it. Like, you always have to ask yourself, are you okay, like, missing out but keeping what you have, or, like, you know, you're gonna be more upset that you didn't try to go all in and make this thing, and then also risk everything, losing everything, right?
I think if anything, it makes it more apparent the importance of a hardware wallet at this stage. Like, if you're this deep in crypto, like, hardware wallet should probably one of the ways you spend profits you may have made.
Yeah.
So just be secure, be safe out there. Honestly, I saw it on my timeline. I was like, well, you know, I haven't been here for a week. I haven't touched my wallet, so I guess I'm gonna just stay the same way. Obviously, I bought a Kojin today, but I'll let you know on the timeline if I get drained later on, so you'll know. You'll know for sure. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, even though the FUD is there, like, you haven't really seen it act. This is ETH right now. This range, like, is this like the do or die range right here? Like, because I mean, if you look at Bitcoin too, it's kind of a little not. I wouldn't say.
I mean, not
similar.
really. I don't think it's like a do or die. I think this is like an accumulation. Can you go back to Ethereum real quick?
Yeah.
Right, like, look at that. Look how it's forming, right? Like, that's entirely, like, I think I would say accumulation. What I would like to see now is just like a dip down, go and touch like 39, right? And then get rejected and back up to this range again, right? And then that's gonna be like the bullish trigger, right?
Okay. Yep.
Because
so you still think this liquidity grab is because it never happened here? It's
yeah. Normally these accumulations, they go like, it looks like it's like a range. It's ranges, right? And then it goes out of the range below, right? And then it deviates back into the range, because that's how those patterns usually play out, right? But of course, if it doesn't go back into the range, then we're just going down from there, right?
Yes.
But if it goes back into the range, then you'll know, you're like, oh shit, okay, we're about to cook, You know.
Well, I don't think the push on this bull cycle as such is over just yet. But what the fuck do I know? Either way, look, ladies and gentlemen, it's been Ronin Radio. We're back in the building. We are back on Thursday with another show. We have people queuing up to get some features on the show. Just letting everybody know, if you are a project, you're here, you're building on Ronin, you would like to be on the Ronin Radio, the door is always open. Reach out to us, and we can make that happen for you guys. Also, the chat, you are very much this show itself. So topics that you want to cover, people you want us to speak to, please keep the suggestions coming in. And people of Moses, you know how it is. If you have things you'd like to uncover, you can literally put that in the chat. It will be noted. We'll take it onto the team and make sure that we can, do something about it. But we will never have Rallo on the show again because he's a fucking cunt.
What did he say? Let me take a look.
No. Don't bring it back on. Don't. He's such a fucking dick. He's such a...
You didn't have to mention it. I wouldn't have even known.
But Thursday, of course, we like to have fun. So Thursdays is normally that day where we might have some community members and the crew back through, because I enjoyed last Thursday's show. Actually, I was kind of watching from the sides, and we'll see what happens. Either way, here is your riddle one last time. Realms, all right, figure it the fuck out.
When fire is gone and ash remains, the serpent stirs within his chains. Count 7 nights. The silence keeps. Then shadow coils and swiftly sweeps.
Yep, the answer is titties. Thank you guys. See you on Thursday.